Hello everyone, welcome to part 18 of Laravel Interview Question Series of 2024-25 edition. The chances are 4 out of 5, the questions that we are going to cover in this part. Okay, so let's start. Let's see the first question. How do you check the installed Laravel version of a project? So interviewer may ask such kind of simple question in the beginning. So let's see its answer. We can run the below artisan command to check the Laravel version with this command, and that is the php artisan hyphen version or php artisan hyphen version hyphen v. Okay, and there is one more way to check that we can check in the composer.json file as well. Okay, so there are two ways to check the Laravel version of the project. So we are going to practically check in our project. Okay, so there are some of the projects that we are having, and see, I'm going to pick the first project and we'll run the artisan command for this project. I'm going to find the version of this project. Okay, so php artisan hyphen v. So I'm going to run this one, and I will scroll to up, and here you can see the Laravel framework 8.83. So its version is Laravel 8. Okay, so like this we can also check for the in the composer.json file. Okay, like I'm going to check in the project 11. What I'm going to do, I'm going to open the sublime, and here I will drag this project here, and we'll check it's in composer.json file, and here you can see the Laravel framework 11. Okay, so its version is 11. Okay, so it's built in the latest version Laravel 11. Okay, so like this we can check the Laravel version. Okay, so many a times we are required to check the Laravel version. So let's see the next question. What is the MVC architecture pattern in Laravel? So let's see its answer. MVC stands for Model View Controller, an architectural pattern used in software development to separate the logic of a web application from its user interface. Laravel supports this pattern and has three components: the model, which handles data, the view, which is responsible for presentation, and the controller, which handles user interaction. Okay, so as we all know that Laravel is basically depends upon the model view controller pattern. So MVC comes into play when the core PHP is having some issues, like that traditional PHP is having some issue with the structure of the with the programming structure, like everything is scattered. Like in the one folder we are everything in the one folder we are handling the database connection. In the one folder we are handling the view files. In the one folder we are handling the like the files like model and controller. In the single folder we are handling everything, but in the MVC structure everything is separately managed. Like models are in model folder, views means the presentation part are in the view folder of Laravel, views folder of Laravel, that is separate, and controllers are separate. Okay, so everything is separately managed. And like one of your designer friend is wants to work on its view part, he just required to open the blade files of Laravel that are in the views folder. Okay, he is not required to open the model as well as the controller files. Like if you want to build some function, you want to build some methods that are communicated with the database, okay, that used to interact with the database, then you are going to just open the models folder, in which you are going to open the model file, in which you are going to make your methods, okay, that are related with the database. Okay, so I'm going to show you here as well, like here all the like in the project 11, in the Laravel 11 structure as well, we have the separate models folder. I'm going to show you that we have the models folder here and the separate controllers folder as well. See how all the models are here inside the models folder, and we have the separate controller folder as well, in which we are managing all the controllers. See, we also separate the front controllers with the admin controllers. We we make the two separate folders, one for the admin and one for the front. If you want to work for in the admin, then you are just required to open the admin folder in which all the admin related controllers are there. If you are want to work in the front, then you are just required to open the front folder in which all the front controllers are present. Okay, so like this, if you want to open the resource views part, okay, resources views, so here all the front as well as the admin related files are here. There you can able to work on. Okay, so everything is separately managed, okay, in such a way that you can easily work on, so anyone can easily work on this pattern, MVC pattern. Okay, so let's see the next question. What is Eloquent ORM in Laravel? The PHP Laravel framework is packaged with the Eloquent Object Relational Mapper, that is the ORM, which provides an extremely easy way to communicate with the database. It allows developers to work with databases using object-oriented syntax and conventions, making managing and maintaining database-related code easier. Each database table has a corresponding model which is used to interact with that table. Okay, so ORM directly interacts with the database. We used to retrieve our commands. We used to get the data from the database with the help of ORM, and we can also update. We can also retrieve the data with the help of the models that we are going to create is the part of the ORM itself. Okay, so we are going to see its example in the next in the next question so that it will be more clear to you. How to define use eloquent ORM in Laravel? Defining an eloquent model. See how to define. See the class user extends model. See, first of all, we are going to create such kind of see model with this command. Like we can generate eloquent model using the make model command. PHP addition make model. So this all is the part of the eloquent ORM. Okay, uh, object relational mapping, that is directly interact with the database to get the result. Okay, so we used to create the eloquent model like this, and we will retrieve all records like user all. So this is the command, this is the statement, this is syntax that we are required to write. Okay, and we used to retrieve a single record like this. Okay, find with the find object of user model. Okay, so everything, all this is a part of the eloquent ORM. Like all the CRUD operations are usually is the part of the eloquent ORM. Means eloquent ORM helps to perform all the CRUD operations in Laravel. Okay, so that is directly involved with the communication with the database. So I hope it's clear to you. So let's see the next question. What are the key features of Eloquent ORM? So let's see the key features that Eloquent ORM perform. So if the interviewer will ask you, you can easily explain all the key features of Laravel Eloquent ORM. So let's see. Model driven. Eloquent ORM is model driven, which means each database table is associated with a corresponding Eloquent model. Expressive query builder. Eloquent provides a fluent and expressive query builder to construct complex database queries. This eliminates the need for writing complex raw SQL queries. Relationships. Eloquent makes defining and working with database relationships such as one to many, many to many, and one to one ABs. Okay, so we have done these kind of relations in our Laravel e-commerce series a lot, and everything, all the relations comes inside the Eloquent ORM. Okay, automatic timestamp. Eloquent automatically manages timestamps created at and updated for your records. You can see that in every table are two columns created at and updated at columns. Okay, so all these tables will have these columns automatically when we will run the php artisan migrate command to create the table with migration. These columns automatically get generated with the help of this Eloquent ORM. Okay. Validation. Eloquent includes built-in support for data validation, ensuring that only valid data is inserted into the database. You have seen that validator class, and that validator class helps to validate the data, and that all is the process of Eloquent ORM. All comes inside the Eloquent ORM. So, Eloquent events. You can attach event listener to Eloquent models to perform actions before or after certain model events, just such as saving, deleting, or creating records. So all these are key features of Eloquent ORM that you must know. So if the interviewer will ask you, you can able to explain him. Okay. So that's all for now. So I hope the all the interview questions are clear to you, and we will bring the more Laravel interview questions that may surely help you to crack the Laravel interview. So that's all for now. Have a nice time. Goodbye.